Hello there and welcome back to Star Wars Nerdiness. Coming off the success of last year's holiday special, LEGO Star Wars is back, this time with a Halloween special, LEGO Star Wars Terrifying Tales. So in today's video, I'm going to do a review and breakdown of the new special. Just like last year's special, LEGO Star Wars Terrifying Tales acts as a celebration of the entire saga, but of course, given a particular holiday theme. Now, if you didn't know my thoughts on the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special from last year, I absolutely loved that. I thought it was bonkers. I thought, we got a lot of crazy interactions that we wouldn't normally get in Star Wars canon, and it perfectly captured the magic of the holiday season. I would go as far to say that it's the best LEGO Star Wars movie they've made. LEGO Star Wars Terrifying Tales doesn't quite live up to the first, LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special, but I still think it's very enjoyable, it's very funny, and it is a worthy successor. First of all, I really liked that Poe Dameron was the main character of this, because we haven't actually, outside of the books and novels, we haven't actually seen a piece of content with Poe Dameron as the main character, and I've always wanted to see that as he's one of my favorite Star Wars characters, so that was really cool to see. LEGO Star Wars Terrifying Tales begins with Poe Dameron crashing on Mustafar, and I love how this is actually really consistent with the canon, because, Mustafar is much more recognizable, as, the planet from Revenge of the Sith with all the lava, but in the canon, it's actually, thanks to Vader Immortal, it's actually now healing, and it kind of looks like a forest, and it actually showed up at the beginning of Rise of Skywalker. So I love that they actually stayed consistent with that and didn't just make Mustafar just, the lava planet from Episode 3, but they actually stayed consistent with the Star Wars canon, even though it's not canon, and, made, Mustafar a forest like it is in the Star Wars timeline. So we are introduced to Graballa the Hutt from LEGO Star Wars The Freemaker Adventures. So this shows that, the creators are not just paying attention to Star Wars canon, but they're also paying attention to LEGO Star Wars canon. I love that Graballa is basically turning Darth Vader's castle into a luxury hotel. I just think that's a hilarious concept for, LEGO to use. In this special, we are introduced to Vinay, who is the caretaker of Vader's castle. He showed up in Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, as well as various other Star Wars comics, and he is voiced by Tony Hale, who played Forky in Toy Story 4. Vinay essentially leads our main characters through the temple, searching for Sith artifacts, as he tells three, terrifying tales. The first story that Vinay tells is a Kylo Ren origin story, a LEGO version of the Kylo Ren origin story. And again, I love that they're really paying attention to Star Wars lore and the Star Wars canon, because this is basically a LEGO take on the Rise of Kylo Ren series, and they literally even include the character of Ren, which I really liked. We got to see Ren in LEGO form, which was really cool, and a lot of people are now, hoping that they release like a minifigure of him, or like have him in the new LEGO Star Wars game. The next tale that Vinay tells is essentially a Maul versus Grievous story about Maul and Grievous basically both fighting over this lightsaber that basically if you touch it, it makes you go mad. Honestly, I think it's kind of pathetic that in this segment of the episode, this was the most badass General Grievous has ever been when he was fighting those Rancors. Like, it's good for the special, but it's really pathetic that General Grievous' most badass moment was in LEGO form. The final tale is a spoof of the Monkey's Paw, and it's basically the Wookiee's Paw, where Luke Skywalker wishes to, become a pilot at the Imperial Academy. Then he, basically all his wishes come true. But the Monkey's Paw, there's a twist, with that story. Basically, if you wish for something, it comes true, but in maybe not the way that you want it to. And this eventually happens to Luke because he wishes to become, the greatest pilot ever, and he does, but by accidentally blowing up the Death Star. So, it's kind of a message of, be careful what you wish for. This was my favorite part of the episode, as it was absolutely hilarious, and it was a really unique idea. Of course, at the end of the episode, there's the final battle. It's revealed that Vinay was basically looking for a holocron so he could turn into a giant, killer robot that uses the dark side of the Force. There's a whole bunch of killer battle droids, which I thought was hilarious. I don't understand why, every movie feels like they need a reference to Shining, but, those were fun references. They did actually a good job at adding suspense and kind of a scary feel to it without it being, too scary for kids. So I really enjoyed, that segment of the episode.
Here's B1496113.
Overall, I really enjoyed this special. It's not quite as good as last year's LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special, but that's okay. It's still very good. I would definitely recommend it. As always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.